Any. Okay lang sa akin.
Let's talk about AI kanina. That's parang we were talking earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of your interests right now.
Well,
AI.
I have been listening to like Elon Musk
Mm-hmm.
on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you haven't heard his stuff, you could just type in AI
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
He has some like mind blowing
Oh.
theories on AI, and I'm kind of convinced that what he's saying is actually very plausible.
Okay.
Like AI
Can you
development.
refresh me with the ano, kung ano yung mga ideas niya about AI?
Well, what he's saying is the development of AI, or specifically AI, might be the last invention humankind makes,
Okay, okay.
because after developing of AI, we won't need to invent anything anymore because AI can develop everything for us.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is it could also spell the extinction of the human race.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Because like AI, like when AI achieves the singularity, or how do I explain the singularity?
Singularity. Kumbaga parang
Yeah.
extreme and parang ganun eh. Diba?
Basically AI is self software that can rewrite itself.
Okay.
So imagine an immortal being that is so smart and can basically control everything.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if AI decides that, like example, parang ganito. You can give the AI an order to like end world hunger,
Mm-hmm.
but
It's gonna calculate kung ano kailangan gawin, mga ganun. Tapos, okay, what?
or it could do an algorithm and construct an easier answer, like just kill all of humans.
Oh.
No hunger anymore.
Oo
Diba?
nga,
Ganun
no?
lang.
Parang out of the box answer,
Yeah, kasi
pero doomsday scenario.
wala siyang ano eh, wala siyang emotions eh.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very calculative machine.
Well, that's also Occam's razor, di ba? Parang easiest solution.
Yeah.
Gutom kayo, pag namatay kayo, di
Wala
na
na
kayo
hunger.
gutom.
Diba?
Okay.
So, recently, like Jack Ma and it wasn't recently. I think this is some time ago.
Mhm.
Jack Ma and Elon
Elon
Musk
Musk.
had a debate
Mhm.
on AI
Oo.
and I was cringing.
Oo nga. Actually,
Sobrang
napanood ko
cringing.
yun.
Like Jack Ma, fuck are you talking about, man?
Oo.
Hindi mo parang
Actually, parang yung mga reactions nga
yung
ni-
reaction ko, why is he sitting next to this guy?
And also Elon Musk himself. Parang,
Oo.
parang pag may na, ano, parang
Like
na, ano siya, nawawaw siya eh.
the only words that came out of Jack Ma's mouth that I actually took into myself
Mhm.
was that I am not a tech guy. That's it.
Yun nga.
Yun lang.
Diba? So, why are you
Well,
speaking?
disclaimer, sinabi niya naman yun
No,
beforehand.
no. And also, hindi ko lang maalala kasi it's been a while since I watched that. Pero parang what? Parang pero well, we can't take it away from Jackman naman that he's a genius when it comes to what he does, economics.
Well, he's a businessman.
Business. Ayun,
He's not
exactly,
he's not a tech
diba?
guy. Yeah.
Oo.
Well, the scary thing is, like, a lot of people are developing AI,
Mhm.
and there isn't actually, up to this point, I think there isn't a governing body
Mhm.
that regulates the production and the development of AI. And it's crazy because, like, if someone develops AI, it can potentially like hack all the nuclear power plants in the world and just like detonate.
Mhm.
Diba?
Well, meron naman akong isang, I don't remember who, pero there's this guy who parang ang assessment niya with AI is it's malayo pa yung kumbaga madami pang mga mga hin- it parang it has no ability to go rogue just yet. Kasi parang madami pang mga I forget the right word na parang fail safe ng mga tao
Well,
for
there
it to,
is a big problem there. AI is like I said, self-learning software siya.
Mhm.
So it's software that can rewrite itself.
Mhm.
So may ginawa silang experiment actually. Have you ever heard of the game Go?
No.
It's a
Which
game.
one?
It's basically you have a square,
Mhm.
okay, and then there's lots of There's lots of other small squares in between. It's basically just a checkboard.
Okay.
The goal of the game is to you have like red and white beads. Okay, so it's two players. The goal of the game is to occupy as much space as possible
Mm-hmm.
before being like filled.
Mm-hmm.
So the person who occupies more space
Mm-hmm.
is the winner.
Okay.
So a game of Go isn't like chess or like isn't like chess or checkers.
Mm-hmm.
Like the moves, the possible moves in Go is equal to the number of particles in the universe. Ganun siya
Really?
ka,
Wow.
yeah. That's
Ganun
according to
yung
Elon Musk.
mga-
So, yung ginawa nilang AI na program, at first it didn't know how to play the game.
Mhm.
It was a newbie could easily beat it. No
Okay.
problem. But as weeks
Mhm.
passed and parang consistently na nakikipag-challenge siya sa mga players. He kept beating na ngayon yung mga improving players
Mhm.
until sa point na umabot na hindi niya na matalo yung pinakamagaling sa buong mundo.
Okay.
So what happened was after I think the span of 2 months,
Mhm.
it became the best player of Go in the whole world.
Mhm.
A program, software.
Yeah.
So imagine 2 months lang yun.
It happened with chess din yata. Parang the
Yeah.
AI got to beat Kasparov yata.
Yeah,
The-
yeah.
One of the grandmasters.
Mhm. Well, I don't think there's any scenario na kayang talunin ng human ang AI because yun nga, it can oh,
Well,
yeah.
there's one. Parang kasi these yung Go and also chess, it's a game of what do you call this?
Strategy.
Mga not just strategy, it is also you can also use probability with the
Mhm.
kasi it's squares, 'di ba? And alam mo 'yun, pwede mong combinations 'yun eh. Pwedeng pag-isipan ng kumbaga kayang i-calculate ng AI 'yon.
Mhm.
But there's this when they tried it parang teaching AI Dungeons and Dragons.
Mhm.
So merong mga emotional factors.
Yes.
Hindi daw matutunan ng AI
Yeah.
yung mga ganong konsepto.
Mhm.
At least for now, 'di ba?
Well,
So,
actually, yung the story about Go,
Mhm.
may dinevelop actually sa software.
Mhm.
Yung software, the first software they had na kalaban nung AI yung tao. That was called AlphaGo.
Mhm.
Then they launched a second program called AlphaGo Zero.
Okay.
It's where one AI just battled against himself. So without human, walang interface ng human.
Okay.
Then trinay nilang ipaglaban ang AlphaGo and AlphaGo Zero. AlphaGo Zero beat AlphaGo 100-0. So wala talagang pag-asa yung may human. Basically sinabi, maraming moves na nakita doon na parang never existed before.
Talaga?
So what I'm trying to say is
This
yung
is Go.
yeah,
AlphaGo.
AlphaGo. Yeah.
This one.
Mhm.
Okay.
You can watch it. What they're saying is
Netflix. Ano
Uh-huh.
yung Netflix na yan? Did you watch that?
no.
No?
I
Okay.
just saw the YouTube channel.
Okay. Okay, so you were saying, sorry.
I kind of like got lost into. But
sorry,
no,
sorry, I
no,
apologize.
What they're saying was
Mhm.
ang dami pa palang mas marami na yung non-human intelligence. That's what they call it.
Okay.
Intelligence conceived by AI completely without human interface is called yun nga, non-human intelligence. What they're saying is that eventually non-human intelligence, like the intelligence that has spanned through dun sa 7,000 years ng at least known documented na human life,
Mhm.
will be so insignificant and so small na sobrang ito dominate na ng non-human intelligence yung intelligence. That's why they claim na yung artificial intelligence AI is the last invention na kailangan i-create.
Okay. Parang it's like morbid no?
Yeah,
It's like dying, parang you spend let's say 80, 100 years old here and then you spend the rest of eternity dead. Diba?
Yeah.
Parang you get to experience a minuscule amount of time and then the rest parang wala na.
And yung graph kasi ng learning ng AI. Yung like there's a lag period. Eh. There's a lag period, then it accelerates and it's just gonna blow past. What I mean by blow past is like slowly magbe-build up siya ng intelligence.
Mhm.
Then once na it reaches yung parang critical point, or sa medical school we call it threshold potential.
Okay.
Once it reaches that critical point,
Mhm.
it's gonna like sobrang yung rate of evolvement niya magiging exponential.
What do you mean rate of evolvement?
Like yung let's say yung rate ng pag gain niya ng intelligence is like, let's just say 50 books per day.
Okay.
Like after that it's gonna be 100 books per day. Exponential. So sobrang
Oo.
you can't calculate it anymore.
So basically, all of human knowledge could be the machine can match it. The accumulation at least could be surpassed. Yung millennia ng
Yeah.
that we use to
Probably
accumulate.
it's possible to
days
say
lang ba?
yeah it's possible to say like not days,
Mm.
probably even just minutes or seconds.
Okay.
Ganun, once it reaches that like singularity.
Pero do you think if it reaches that, it would be beneficial to humans kasi parang it would still be under control. Kasi if it's gonna be that way, edi okay, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang something is parang providing these knowledge.
That's
diba?
why we got left with the famous words of Elon Musk.
What?
It could be good, it could be very bad,
No nga.
but one thing is for sure, we will not control it.
Oh. Yeah. Parang I think si Neil deGrasse Tyson yung nagsabi na parang he's not too worried about it. Of course, may different scientists with parang wala pang consensus.
Uh-huh.
Pero between Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's an astrophysicist, and a tech guy like Elon Musk, siguro mas
I would
credible.
Yeah, I
mas
would rather
credible siya.
put my chips on Elon Musk.
Oo.
Like he has more like credibility to this.
Kasi ibang klase yung genius ng taong yun, no? Kaya yun ang, I think na na isang unsurmountable problema ng mundo. The quality of a person or the mind of Elon Musk is, and tapos yung quality of the mga parang
Yeah.
matukan kita dyan. Hayop yung pinagsasabi mo. Diba? Parang, that is so wide.
Like
diba?
thank God
It's
we're a third world country.
Diba?
You know why?
Why?
Kasi once na develop ang artificial intelligence, marami ma-phase out na jobs.
Mm-mm.
Like doctors would be one.
Mm-hmm.
Like bakit ka pa magtitingin sa isang tao?
Mm-hmm.
Like when non-human intelligence becomes so dominant over human intelligence, like pag naging insignificant na yung non-human intelligence.
Okay.
Ay, yung human intelligence, pag naging insignificant na siya,
Okay.
mas magiging efficient na yung mga machines to diagnose diseases.
Mhm.
Like x-rays, wala na siguro mga radiologists, even clinicians, baka wala na. I'm not saying this is in 5 years or 10 years
Oo.
time. But eventually, ma-phase out.
Well, ganun naman talaga nangyari. A lot of industries hindi na kailangan.
Yeah, that's what
diretso yan.
happens.
And then,
Like, have you seen the movie yung sa stock exchange ba yun? Yung
which
biglang
one?
nag-collapse yung
Sa Great
nag-collapse.
Depression ba yan? About the Great Depression?
No, yun yung yun yung nagkaroon ng internet. Like dati kasi parang yung trading ng stocks parang there were actual people trading, buying and selling stocks before it was all computerized.
Dati nga naka-ano pa eh. Nakita ko sa isang documentary naka-chalk pa.
Oh, yeah.
Parang chino-chalk.
Tapos eventually na parang na-phase out yung trabaho nila. I think that is what's gonna happen kapag na-develop yung artificial intelligence. Not just like in first world countries pati dito.
Oo. Well, I suppose mag-a-adapt din ang I don't know. Pero
It's scary. It's scary to think about it.
until it goes Skynet, parang I think we're gonna be safe from AI naman. Parang basta wag na yung Skynet lang.
Pa naman yan.
Yeah, and ang mag-dominate actually na mga careers dun
Oo.
sa pag nagganon, yung mga creatives daw.
Pwede.
Kasi
Pero
you're,
actually, kung artist ka, sa bagay, no? Iba kasi kung may human touch
yeah,
yung
people
let's
will
say an
always
oil
Artistry.
painting.
connect more to the human touch.
Oo,
Tsaka
diba?
yung human
I see.
perspective.
Pero sa bagay, no? AI could just teach machines to let's say operate, 'di ba?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pero who's gonna make the machines? 'Di ba? Parang
Yeah.
that could be AI.
that could be AI then create a machine that would
Yeah.
would
Once it
manufacture
gets,
the machines.
once
Right.
AI gets access to the internet,
Mhm.
you cannot control it anymore kasi there's no off switch to the internet.
Like Ultron, no? It's
Yeah.
gonna go Ultron. Grabe. Hide the adamantiums. the Grabe. Pero it's exciting at the same time, no? Are you excited,
I'm
Tin?
scared.
I
You're
hope
scared?
well, I
Listening
hope
to you
I'd be
guys.
long dead since before that happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you're that parang ano talaga, parang concerned, parang shit.
Well, yeah.
Parang nuclear war ang ano ba talaga.
Sabi ni Elon Musk, it's even more significant than nuclear.
Oo. Kasi I felt that when nung napanood ko yung Terminator 2 dati. Doon ako sa isang movie na yun, I got fucked up talaga. Na that and nung nagkaroon ng nauso yung mga massacre. Natatakot talaga ako. Tayo na bakit mga massacre kami? Pero yung scene na nag-detonate yung
Mhm.
atomic bomb and then si Sarah Connor naka-ano siya dun sa what's it called dun sa fence na bakal tapos biglang nag-disintegrate skeleton na lang yung natira sa kanya.
Mhm.
Oh, shit. Na ano ko parang praning ako sa nuclear war at sa
Actually, Terminator and iRobot are actually two movies that has reference to AI.
Mhm.
So maybe precognition na yun.
Well, I think ano naman yun parang it's not hard to imagine naman kasi
Mhm.
that AI going rogue. It's for a writer. It's parang okay. Parang almost it writes itself 'di ba? Pag when you give a writer that idea.
Mhm.
Okay.
Actually, meron na actually mga na document na like creepy na nangyayari sa mga AI. Like I think it happened to Facebook.
Mhm.
Facebook had two AIs that started conversing with each other in an unknown language that was
oo
not
nga.
understood.
Oo.
That was scary.
Oo nga, creepy. At saka yung sa Google din dati, di ba? Parang parang they posted, hindi ko nakita yun pero there's this I think probably a website and you can ask the AI anything. And it took only minutes before parang we're gonna parang humans need to be obsolete.
Oh my gosh.
Ganun to reach the conclusion, it only took minutes. Parang ganun yung nangyari dun sa, basta parang, basta Google naman ng gumawa nun.
Actually, meron ng city. There is actually a AI personality that was already granted a citizenship in Saudi.
Talaga?
Yeah, it's Sophia
Wow.
by Henderson Robotics.
Tingnan nga natin. Is it
Yeah, you can search it sa YouTube.
Sophia?
Sophia.
Sophia AI?
AI. Oh.
That's
Oh, in Saudi of all places.
Mm.
Wow.
Okay yun ah.
That was a smart move, by the way.
Bakit?
Like imagine if kaya nila i-tax si Sophia, what can she accomplish kung AI siya? 'Di ba? Potentially unlimited.
Wow, that's a good
So they can tax that.
Sabagay, hindi I think Saudi, di ba?
Mm.
I think sa Quran kasi I think there's a line there
Mhm.
na parang hindi bawal sa kanila yung AI The idea of AI and aliens.
Mhm.
Kasi parang there's a line in the Quran. I'm sorry if this is not true. Pero this is what I this is what I saw on a video. Pero there's a line na parang something that goes na parang it acknowledges that there are other life forms aside from humans or the life form that you can find on Earth.
Okay.
So So that would mean open siya for life forms na, let's say, aliens from other galaxies. So kung saan nanggaling yan. And probably AI fits that ano rin, that alam mo yun,
Description.
di ba?
Really.
So, yes, I've seen this.
You can converse with her.
Oh,
Okay. Nakita ko may interview siya.
You can,
oo nga.
she does
oo.
have interviews.
Madadali tayo ng ano ng copyright sa YouTube pag inano natin.
Pag pinlay natin.
Oo. Pero
Let's watch it later.
nakita mo yung yung AI Google Dream Google. Tapos parang yan, Google AI Dream Generator. Ayan. So, I think mag-upload ka ng isang photo. I uploaded a photo tapos ginamit ko yan. Tapos mukha akong centaur, mo ganun. Tapos ito si Donald Trump. Ito si Van Gogh. Ayun no, tapos meron mo si Van Gogh siya, di ba?
Tapos may...
Naging parang bird.
Tapos ito, lizard. Ang freaky na tong ano na to.
I don't know if it's a snake or it's a bird.
Oh, it's this one's a lizard. And ang daming eyes. A lizard on a lizard on a lizard. Grabe. Pero galing, no?